Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-Wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trick and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them make profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing, dog? Make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang. Making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. We are here for NVIDIA earnings, the moment we've all been waiting for. Stock currently trading higher after they reported earnings, but I got to tell you, this is an example of premium suck on calls and puts. Stock was priced for a 10% move in either direction. You're up 3% right now on the day. That's going to be bad news for call options and bad news for put options. The conference call comes out here in around 5:15. We'll see if that gives a bigger move to this stock, and I'll cover it with you guys here live while we do this live stream. There's some other companies that came out with earnings, none of which are as important as NVIDIA. You got Rivian, you got Lucid, you got Tandem Diabetics, you've got Etsy, and a couple of others, but really the big one here is NVIDIA. And you can see NVIDIA, as soon as NVIDIA started moving higher, the entire market moved with it. The SPY, the NASDAQ, AMD, SMCI, ARM, all of your semiconductor stocks, all of your tech stocks, all of your AI stocks, all moving to the upside as soon as NVIDIA started getting going. It's a beat top and bottom line on NVIDIA. The earnings are actually pretty good. We'll talk about it here. And then most importantly, how we're going to make some money in that space tomorrow. Folks, my name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. In case you didn't know, we are a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist for Best Data Analysis Tool. We also are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We cover day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody here inside of True Trading Group. Now, we take that university level of curriculum, though, folks, and we combine it with today's top financial tools that give you more information and help you make better decisions. They increase your chances of success. Plain and simple, they give you an edge. Unfortunately, most retail traders do not use these things because they're very expensive, easily over $5,000 a year if you were to pay for them directly yourself. We've spent years building relationships with those companies so you guys don't have to. When you join True Trading, you get access to all these things included at no additional cost. These include Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, congressional trading data, a simulator, the Trade Ideas scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, and a whole bunch more that I can talk about later on in the stream. But when you join, obviously, you're going to get all of our courses, right? You're going to get all of our trade alerts, but you'll also get all these tools. We set you up with everything that you need to have the very best chance of becoming successful for one affordable price for the entire year. Now, of course, you're going to get access to our members, which in my opinion is hands down the most educated, supportive, helpful, and successful community of traders that you were ever going to find. We have over 10,000 members in 115 different countries, truly a global community here at True Trading Group. And yes, you're going to get all the trade alerts that between the 9 professional traders and myself, we collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 4 years. Now, if you're wondering why you should listen to anything that I discuss on this YouTube channel, it's because I didn't figure this stuff out by watching YouTube videos. I didn't figure it out by sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job at a college, where they had me go through a training before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the stock market crash, but it was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And like I said, along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this channel with myself, other TTG Pro trading mods, and special guests. We'll drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons, education, trade ideas that can help you guys all become better traders. So again, if you have not yet done so, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Make sure you guys never miss out on any of these lives. Now, without any further ado, let's get to the moment that this entire market has really been waiting for. And that is NVIDIA earnings. Now, I got to be honest with you. NVIDIA's earnings are a little bit of a dud. Okay. A little bit of a dud here. Yeah, the stock's up 3% right now on the day, but we came out with, stock was at 675 when the earnings were released. It's now up at 718. A little bit of a move to the upside, but not the wild excitement that a lot of people were waiting for. You can see this little candle right here on the daily chart. It was expected you were going to get a much bigger move. Matter of fact, the options were pricing in a 10% move, either to the upside or downside. So based on the premium and the implied volatility in the options market, you can actually determine what the stock market is predicting, how big of a move that you're going to get once the company reports their earnings. So this is a situation where even people that bought call options, even though the stock is higher, even if you bought call options, this is not going to be a trade that's going to make those people money because of the IV crush that you're going to get coming off of those contracts following its earnings. Now, unless the stock moves significantly higher from here, once the company comes out with their conference call, the company comes out with their conference call in about 35 minutes or so. If they say something on that conference call that gets investors very excited and all of a sudden the stock starts to rip another 20 or 30 bucks to the upside, well, then that is a different story. Okay. That is a different story. Okay. So what I'm looking at here, now Lewis, I mean, from the close, you're talking about 6% from the close. I'm going by the day. So if you factored in, I mean, yeah, you can say that depending on what you're looking at, Lewis. If you're looking at from the closing print today versus from closing print yesterday, I'm talking on the day. The stock is up now 2.5% on the day. Yes, up 5% and change from its closing price, but nonetheless, not a 10% move, right? You would need a 10% move there in order for a straight call or straight put to no, Lewis, no, there's nothing to be sorry about. That it's just, we're both right. It just depends on what you're comparing it to. Right. So I'm just saying it's up 3% right now on the day. If you want to go by the close, because the stock was red today. So it is up higher from there, from its closing print. But if you're in straight calls or straight puts, obviously, if you're in straight puts, it's going to be, as it stands right now, if we open up here tomorrow, it's going to be a full loss. But even calls, if you bought like a 750 strike or something like that, that's not going to be a trade that's going to make money tomorrow. All right. So we got to pay close attention to what happens at 5:15 during the conference call. If there's anything that the CEO is going to say that can really get this market moving in a much bigger way to give us a much wider type of range. Let's go over the actual numbers because the numbers were pretty good. Okay. Earnings per share were $5.16. That is against analyst expectations of $4.64. And sales, another big beat on sales, $22.1 billion in sales. That is analyst expectations of $20.62 billion. They raised their guidance. They see Q1 $24 billion. That's against analyst expectations of 22.16. They see, let me see, so they see Q1 other income and expense, $250 million. So they said data center sales to China declined significantly in the fourth quarter due to U.S. government licensing requirements. We knew that. That's really not something that is a surprise. So if you guys remember, the U.S. government blocked NVIDIA from selling specific types of chips to China. And then NVIDIA went ahead and NVIDIA developed a watered down version of those chips to sell to China. But then China was like, I don't want the watered down version. I don't want an inferior product. So those sales did not really pick up for NVIDIA when it comes to China. So that ate into their growth there just a bit. Overall, data center revenue came in at $18.4 billion. That is up 409% year over year. That's ridiculous. Gaming revenue, $2.9 billion. That's up 56% year over year. And professional visualization revenue, 463 million. That's up 105% year over year. And automotive revenue, 281 million. That's down 4% year over year. So as you guys can see, NVIDIA's all of their earnings are coming from data center revenue. That's what it is. Okay. Data center revenue makes up 18.4 of their 24 or of their 22 rather billion dollars in sales. 22 billion, 18.4 billion of it from data center. Okay. That is really where that's the growth driver for this company. That's going to be that AI component, right? Now, if you remember back in 2021, before the AI hype and all the AI excitement and surge, NVIDIA, there was all that excitement behind its involvement with crypto, it's gaming, because it was all about metaverse. It was all about all of these other areas. And that story very quickly changed in 2023 when the focus then went to everything that was AI. And then you saw NVIDIA's data center revenue just absolutely explode over the last year to 2 years. Right. Oh, here we go, guys. We're starting to move a little bit higher to the upside right now as we're sitting here. Just to continue to go through some of the highlights. The stock is now up about 7%. Okay, after their earnings, we're up 4% on the day. We're up about 7% from the closing print. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. So here's a comment from the company, and this is where I think that the CEO is going to have to discuss this and what he means by this. He says, generative AI has, quote, hit the tipping point. What does that mean? What does that mean? Generative AI has hit the tipping point, right? What does that mean? So I want to really start to get some clarity on what the CEO means by that. And I think the market wants clarity on that comment as well. So again, around 5:15, we're going to get that. Saison Deep says, should I hold or sell NVIDIA? Can someone suggest, please? I'm scared I lost $2,000 yesterday with Palo Alto. Saison Deep, listen, man, it all depends on what your time horizon is. I own NVIDIA. I've owned it for a long time. I own it for much lower prices. I have no intention on selling this stock. I have trimmed a little bit of the position just because I've owned it from such lower prices. My position got very, very large during this recent rally all the way up to 740. So I have, in fact, trimmed some of that position. I have not sold it. I have just trimmed some of it, and I've allocated some of that capital into some other places. Okay, so, in the short term, if you're just in NVIDIA for like a quick trade, yeah. Can the stock pull back from here? Yeah, I think so. But if you're owning this thing, if you're trying to be in this as like a long-term investor, I'm going to be in this name for the next 10 years. Easy. You don't even ever have to ask me. If you've been following my YouTube channel for the last several years, it started really in 2020. And in 2020, when the markets were crashing, I was pounding the table as aggressively and as loud as I possibly could. NVIDIA and AMD were the two companies that I was the most excited about. And anyone that's been on the YouTube channel since that time period, or just a member of True Trading Group, then you guys know how much of a vocal bull I have been on AMD and NVIDIA. And I own both stocks, obviously. I've bought them every year for the last couple of years. And I just do not have any intention on selling these positions. I'm going to be shareholders of these stocks for the next decade, just like I've been shareholders for like Microsoft and Alphabet and Amazon and Meta and Apple. I've owned those stocks for well over a decade. And you buy them, you hold them, stocks go down, you buy more of them. They go down, you buy more of them. They go back up, they go back down, you buy more of them. And I'm just going to own those stocks for the next decade. No question about it. You don't even ever have to ask me from the long-term portfolio perspective. There will be a permanent spot in my long-term portfolio for those names. Okay. You don't even have to ask. But if you're up 300-400% like we are on the position, and you want to trim some of that profit, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do not ever plan on selling this position. Okay. Nice. Leonard Graham says, I wish I knew about TGD 2 years ago. Darshan says, I wish I joined in 2020. Yeah, guys, listen, what I would say is a lot of people kind of feel that way. There's a lot of people that, that were skeptical of True Trading Group at first, just because they've had bad experiences with other groups or other services that are out there. And I don't blame you for the skepticism. There's a lot of crap out there. There really is. There's a lot of people out there that don't know their ass from their elbow. They're really good salespeople. They're really good marketers. They will sell you a dream. And then as soon as you sign up, you learn absolutely nothing. You get nowhere. You make no money. And it's funny because True Trading Group, it's the exact opposite of that. There's a lot of people in True Trading Group that were skeptical at first. Now they wish that they joined sooner. And I'll show it to you guys. Just comment in chat if you guys were skeptical of True Trading Group at first. Type the number 1 if you were skeptical at first. And then now your only regret is you didn't join True Trading Group sooner. If that's you, type the number 1 inside of chat right now. I just want to show you guys that you're not alone in your skepticism. You should be skeptical in this industry because this industry has a really bad reputation, to be honest with you. That's why True Trading Group is not, just, some, 23-year-old kid in an apartment that claims to be a $10 million a year trader with Lamborghinis and shiny diamond jewelry, claiming to be some Wall Street professional. Guys, your True Trading Group is 9 professional traders, one of which is myself, that worked at a hedge fund, has 18 years experience, received the Trader of the Year award. You have another moderator that's been trading for over 25 years. That was a former market maker at various financial institutions, someone that had over 30 years as a licensed financial professional. And then you have other traders that have been trading full-time, feeding their families for over 20 years. And we have everything in between. That's kind of the biggest difference. And you can see all the people that are commenting and the people that are saying, yeah, hey, that was me. I was skeptical at first. And my only regret is I didn't join sooner. And if you joined sooner, you would be on these names. And I'm very happy and I'm very proud to know that we do own these names and that so many people in True Trading Group are a part of it. I'm just keeping my eyes on NVIDIA right now as we are starting to move to the upside. It's pulling the whole market up with it. You can see the whole market. Look at the SPY. The SPY, closed there around just underneath. We closed right around 497. Now we're all the way up to 499. So already a $2 bump in the SPY. The Qs, about a $4 bump in the Qs. The Qs were around 425, now 429. AMD's flying. That stock was sub 165. Now it's 171. ARM, forget it. Closed at around 123. Now 130. SMCI closed down there around 730s, up now $800 a share. So you're getting bumps right now all across the market, all thanks to NVIDIA. NVIDIA so far, if it can hold this, then you're talking about NVIDIA really saved the market, because the market was on a pretty steady decline over the last couple of days. And you came into the market today, and today we were basically going to close the day flat after yesterday's decline and then the decline that we had on Friday. So you were coming off back-to-back declines, almost making it 3 down days in a row. And I can tell you that if NVIDIA came out and if NVIDIA missed or if they had any type of a poor guidance, you were going to get a pretty severe pullback in this market. I came on this live stream about a week ago, and I told you guys that I believed that we were going to see, actually came on just on Monday, actually. And I told you guys, I believe we're going to see the SPY trade down to the low 490s before you get NVIDIA earnings. We got to 493.5. So I thought we'd get a little bit lower than that, maybe 492-ish, but we stopped 493.5. That's where we got to. Now pumping all the way back up to 499. And now this candle just confirms that uptrend is still definitely intact. You put in a lower high off of a double top, and you had a chance here to really accelerate to the downside if NVIDIA disappointed. Instead, NVIDIA comes to save the day. Now you make a new high against yesterday. Go ahead and close that gap. Some potential resistance up here, 499.5. But you take that out, that's it. Uptrend still firmly intact. So that's why there was a lot riding on NVIDIA's earnings. You had Palo Alto get hit hard yesterday. You've had a couple of other tech stocks get hit hard over the last couple of days. You've had inflation worries come back into the market. You've had rates start to move back to the upside. Mortgage rates are climbing back over 7%. You had people start to get a little nervous here about, bonds moving back to the downside. That means yields go up. That puts pressure on stock prices. And you saw kind of consumer staples. You saw gold have nice days yesterday. And those are typically those are the signs of, okay, you know what, maybe we need to add a little bit more protection to our portfolios. And you saw that action yesterday. Now today, it looks like you come right back, and now NVIDIA kind of gave people the green light with regards to AI. And look at this thing. Now you're starting to push. Right now you're pushing up about 8%. Like I said, it was a 10% move was priced in. SMCI still moving higher. AMD is on fire. AMD now 171. ARM as well. ARM having a big day there also. So NVIDIA coming to save the day, folks. Conference call starts at 5:15. Let's talk about some levels here. It's very straightforward for NVIDIA. The resistance level for NVIDIA, you guys can see it right here on my screen, okay, is this 745. 745, that's your all-time highs, okay? There it is. That's your mark. That's your resistance. Can we break above that level during the conference call? Okay, if you guys want, you can literally go and you can listen to the conference call yourselves if you'd like. There's usually a link right there in the, sorry guys, I feel like I have to sneeze again. There's usually a link right there in the press release if you guys want to listen to it live. And you've got a shot here to break through and get to those all-time highs. Right now trading 731.5, 732. So we are making new after hours highs right now. No, Dan, I don't think so. Dan said, could NVIDIA today just have been a small short squeeze starting? Dan, I don't think so. It's not a short squeeze on NVIDIA. NVIDIA doesn't have an excessively large short position. You see, you got to be careful when you look at short positions because there's a statistic that gets floated around as for like biggest short positions. And biggest short positions, when you use a dollar amount, is very misleading because then you're going to find like stocks like Tesla, Apple. These are going to be some of the stocks that have the highest short position as it relates to dollar amount. But dollar amount short position really means nothing when you're talking about a company that has a $3 trillion valuation. It's all relative to the valuation and the shares that are available and the shares that are long versus a hedge position on positions that are short. The best way to determine whether or not there's a big short position on a stock is its short position as it relates to the size of the float. That is when you know you have a big short position. If you have a stock that 36% of the float is short, that's a big short position. You can say Apple has a huge short position dollar-wise. So let's say Apple has a bigger short position than a stock like Mara, which is true. Dollar-wise, the short position in Apple is significantly larger than the short position in Mara. However, the short position in Apple is like less than 1% of its float. The short position in Mara is over 30% of its float. Now you tell me which one has the bigger short bet on it. So it's very important. Oh, wow. NVIDIA is really starting to push. 735 now, guys. 735. Woof. And still climbing. 736. We might go and knock up against that all-time high right here while we are live before the conference call even starts. So it looks like, guys, maybe call options might end up paying. And those of you that are in straight calls might end up getting paid now as you're starting to push now up around 9% as you are continuing to get this stock to now pump to the upside. Let's see. 745, guys. That's the mark. We're at 738 right now. New pre-market high, 738 and a quarter. Just printed right now. You're going to get some continuation to these semis. So there's ARM continuing to the upside. There's AMD with a fresh new high. SMCI hasn't made that new high yet, but ARM and AMD have made those new highs. What's Intel doing? Even Intel's climbing to the upside a little bit. And the whole market's moving to the upside. Man, NVIDIA saved the day, folks. There you have it. Now 739. NVIDIA to the rescue. Absolutely incredible. Will this be the start of an AI bubble? You see, I really honestly do not think so. No, Strecker, it's not a massive payout for calls. It's not a massive payout for calls. You got to realize that the IV crush that you're going to get, the stock has to move a lot higher from here in order for it to be a massive payout for calls. If you bought calls going right into the, yeah, you'll make money now. Now the stock's moved up to a point where you'll make money, but the implied volatility, the IV crush that, like, let's say if the stock just sat at like 715, right? If it sat at like 715, if the stock just sat like right here, that would not be a big payout. They'd actually probably still lose money if you bought straight calls, just because of the IV crutch and the time decay that you'll get going into tomorrow on the option. Here's the all-time high test right now as we speak. There's a new all-time high right there. There's a new all-time high right there, guys. So, oh no, not quite. All-time high is actually 746.11. And we just got to 745.99. KM Sari says, Mike, you've talked about waiting for a pullback for NVIDIA and AMD. Do you believe it was this past Friday, Tuesday was a buy point to add long-term? I do not. I do not. So listen, I own NVIDIA and I own a lot of it, but I would not be buying it right here. I know it's hard for people to sit here and just like, and feel the FOMO of the stocks moving to the upside. But you know, you can't, just as much as you can't panic when stocks are crashing, you can't panic when stocks are breaking out. You just can't. So at some point, you're going to get like a 20% pullback in NVIDIA. You get, you know, AMD. At some point, you're going to get a sizable pullback in these names. But the problem is that when that pullback comes, everyone's going to be crapping their pants. You're going to get a situation where people are going to be panicking. They're going to be freaking out. They're going to be talking, oh, there's going to be a recession, or oh, there's an AI bubble, or oh, this, or oh, that. And they're going to see the stock going down. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to wait. It's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. I'll buy it lower. And then they end up never buying it. And the stock bounces and moves higher and then continues back to its all-time highs. And then they don't buy it anyway. Right? It's the same thing that I see over and over and over again from people that, you know, when I was telling people that I'm buying NVIDIA back in 2022, you know, I get people come on the live stream. They're like, oh, you're an idiot. There's going to be a depression. And you're announcing that you're buying stocks. I'm like, okay, well, if you think I'm an idiot, well, great. That's why I own NVIDIA from $100 and change. And now it's at 740. And you have people that are sitting here now asking me, hey, should I buy it now? And I literally have had people that hit me up on Twitter or have hit me up on the YouTube channel that I remember speaking to them in 2022 and them telling me that I was an idiot for buying NVIDIA in 2022 when the stock was down, you know, 40% on the year. And now those exact same people are saying, should I buy it now? You have no problem buying the stock at $740 a share, but you didn't want to buy it when it was at 135. You know, people don't like buying stocks when they're going down. They have no problem buying them when they're going up. And it's the same exact emotions that play into those decision-making that make you make a complete wrong decision. Yeah, Steven says 2022 versus today is a different game. 100% is a different game. Damn right it's a different game. Of course it is. Cat's out of the bag now. Now all of a sudden people are talking about NVIDIA as the greatest company ever. Why people weren't saying that in 2022. I've been telling you guys, pounding from the table, AMD and NVIDIA, that I love these two freaking companies for years now. And it's like, guys, I'm not going to sell this stock, but if you asked me, hey, Mike, I don't own NVIDIA at all. Should I buy it now? I would say no. I would say no. I would wait for some type of a pullback. Okay. This is stocks go up, stocks go back down. You might have to wait a little while. You might have to wait a few months. You might have to wait till the end of this year. I don't know when that pullback is actually going to come. But I do know one thing is for certain. The stock right now is $743 a share. Maybe it goes to 800 first. But there will be a point in time, in my opinion, this stock will be back under $743. I just wouldn't buy it here. That's just me personally. I'm sorry. I'm not going to step in and I'm not going to, but listen, I understand it's very easy for me to say that because I already own it. And I understand the FOMO that people fear if you don't. Okay. I really, truly do. And I know it's easy for me to say, no, I'm not going to buy it because I already own it. Right. But it's hard for somebody that doesn't own it to just watch it go up every single day. But when you fall victim to that FOMO, that is when you are going to end up buying right near the top. Just like when you fall victim to when the market is crashing and you sell right near the bottom. You have to maintain discipline on the way down when you're buying and on the way up also. It's all about greed and fear. So do your buying when a stock is either pulling back or consolidating. When a stock is ripping, that's when you want to already be in your position. You don't want to see the stock literally go from $400 to $800 in 4 months and then be like, oh, the stock's up 100% in 4 months. I'm going to buy it now. You want to buy the stock when nobody is talking about it. You want to buy the stock when people actually say, I don't like it. Not when the entire world is chasing that thing higher. That's just my opinion. That's it. Do I think NVIDIA or SMCI will split again? I definitely think NVIDIA is going to split again. Definitely think NVIDIA is going to split. No doubt in my mind that at some point you're going to get a split. You're at $740 a share now. Maybe this thing pushes a little bit higher. Maybe push up into the 800s or so and before it tops itself out. But I think that you're going to get a stock split from NVIDIA pretty soon. All right. I think you're going to get a stock split pretty soon. But this is that resistance level. This is your all-time high on NVIDIA. And that's right now is where we're sitting. Now, guys, listen, you may not like, one thing you'll get from me is I will never tell you what I think. I'll never tell you what you want to hear. I'm always going to tell you what I think you need to hear. I'm not right all the time. Okay. I'm not sitting here saying, listen to me because I'm never wrong. I'm wrong sometimes. I'm right a lot more than I'm wrong, but I'm not sitting here saying, hey, listen to me because I have a 100% win rate. I don't. The moderators and I collectively as a group have a win rate of just around 80% for the last couple of years. So yeah, I'm going to be wrong sometimes, but I'm going to come on here every single time and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing with my own money. And you guys take that and do with it whatever that you want. I will tell you this. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've seen a lot of stock market rallies. I've seen a lot of individual stock rallies. I've seen a lot of stock market crashes. I've seen a lot of individual stock crashes. And we are at such a point of like a euphoric, moment right now with some of these AI names that I'm not, can I pick the exact top? What is the exact price that NVIDIA is going to top out at? What's the exact day it's going to top out at? I have no idea. Nobody has the answer to that question. But I can tell you that sentiment-wise, you're getting pretty damn close. You're getting pretty damn close. I know it's hard, but if I did not own NVIDIA, I would sit here and I would wait patiently. I would try not to succumb to the FOMO of missing out on this investment and wait for this stock to pull back at some point when the markets pull back, because they will. And then I would start buying it. Warren Buffett very famously says, and Warren Buffett, I think we can all agree, is the best investor that we may have ever had and we may have ever seen. And his very famous quote is, to be greedy when others are fearful. That means you look for buying opportunities when everybody else is selling. And then you be fearful when everybody else is greedy. That means you look for opportunities to sell when everybody else is buying. And just like in 2022, I felt everybody was too scared and too fearful. So I stepped in and, held my nose and I started buying some stuff. Turned out to be the best thing that that there was. Now, as we're sitting up here at 500 on the SPY and NVIDIA at 740 and everything else, I feel like we're getting to a point where everybody's getting a little too excited, and we're not out of the woods just yet, right? Like inflation that we just got last week was really, really high. Okay, Japan just unexpectedly fell into a recession. That means now Great Britain's in a recession, Japan's in a recession. Oh, guess what? We get Germany's GDP number at the end of this week. Germany is now the third largest economy in the world after Japan just dropped out from the third largest, and now Germany has become the third largest. What happens if Germany, or what happens if the EU falls into a recession next? Because Japan unexpectedly fell into a recession just the other day. What happens if Germany falls into a recession? What happens if the Eurozone falls into a recession? Then the US, forget about China. China's been in a recession regardless of what their numbers tell you. China's economy is a complete disaster. You can never really trust the economic data that comes out of China, but China's been a complete disaster. But you got Japan in recession, you got Great Britain in recession, you got Germany that's going to be coming up in the Eurozone. What happens if they fall into a recession? My point is that the market has gotten up to a very euphoric point, and I think that there's enough potential issues out there that could give you a pullback. I'm not talking about a recession or a depression or a 50% crash, but that's not what any of you are talking about right now. That's what everybody was talking about in 2022, but now all you want is a 15% pullback to buy NVIDIA. I think you're going to get it. I think you're going to get it. When? I don't know. But this is the type of advice that we have been giving people, a type of guidance rather that we have been giving people for the last several years. And is the reason why that members of True Trading Group are doing well, is the reason why members of True Trading Group are making money. That's all that matters. All that matters, you guys are on this live stream. Yeah, you want analysis on NVIDIA earnings, of course, right? Everybody wants analysis on NVIDIA earnings. Well, guess what? There's 100 YouTube channels that are probably live right now that are talking about NVIDIA earnings. Maybe 1,000 YouTube channels right now that are talking about NVIDIA earnings. You can go anywhere and get NVIDIA earnings analysis. But you're here to make money. And just by someone coming on a YouTube channel and giving you their analysis may not translate into you directly making money. But being part of True Trading Group, that can directly translate into you making money. And I'm not saying that because I think that to be true. I'm saying it because members say it is true. I'll prove it to you guys right now. Guys, members of True Trading Group, if you're making money, can you do me a favor and type the number 1 in chat right now? Type the number 1 inside chat if you're making money and you guys are becoming better traders because of TTG. Just go ahead and type the number 1. Anyone that's on this live stream that is not a member of this community, I just want you to pay attention to how many people type the number 1 on this side of the screen. Just literally pay attention to how many people type the number 1. These are your friends, your family members, your coworkers. If they can do it, then why can't you? You are here to make money. You're not here to watch other people make money. What good is it if I make 20 grand in a day if that does not translate into you having a green day? What good is that? You're not here to watch other people make money. And that's what our members have been able to achieve. How many people are on this live stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group? Actually, I'm curious to see that. We got about 1,100 people on the live with us right now. Can you guys just do me a favor and type TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group? If you are not a member of True Trading Group, just do me a favor and type the letters TTG if you are not part of this community. We got Matthew. Armand, what are you waiting for, Armand? Armand, you've been on these live streams for weeks. One of these days, Armand, I look forward to calling your name when you do join. Zamora, Rob, Henry, Charles, Sai Sandeep, Tony. Oh, Sai Sandeep just joined today. Excellent. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Sai Sandeep just joined today. Yeah, guys, go ahead and type the letters TTG if you are not members of True Trading Group. Just want to see who we have in here that's not part of the community. We got Chad. Somebody asked me what I think about SMCI short. I actually think SMCI is a great short. I think that within the next couple of weeks, that stock's back at 500. Oh, Armand, you're a student. Start early, man. I love it. Start early. We got a couple of students. I think the youngest member in True Trading Group is 18 or 19. Well, actually, technically, we have like an honorary member that's like a kid that is the son of a lifetime member. But Nobelio, we got David, we got Neil. What's up? Mike. Sunitha says, I joined yesterday. What do I do to get access to the chat room? See, you just go on your member dashboard. You just hop onto your member dashboard. No, did they really? SMCI just announced some convertible notes. All right, so NVIDIA just rejected at that all-time high. So we got to see as the conference call is really starting to get underway. We got to see if there's something that comes out from the conference call that could possibly give us another move here. I'll give you guys updates as I get them to come across for the conference call. Do I think $1,000 a share? Yeah, eventually. Eventually, I think that NVIDIA, is $1,000 a share, but I think that takes time. I don't think that happens right now. I don't think that happens even in the next couple of weeks. I don't even think that happens in the next couple of months. But you fast forward a little bit down the road, and I do believe you're $1,000 a share. If the company doesn't do a stock split before then, which I think that they very well entirely could do a stock split before then to not reach that $1,000 a share. But I do think a stock split is coming soon for NVIDIA, maybe within the next couple of quarters or something that you're going to get one. This is all very new to me and tough to understand. Just found you guys today and you seem to make this make sense. Thank you. Yeah, Tony. Absolutely. Yeah, Tony, listen, the thing we have a lot of people that have joined True Trading Group that knew nothing when they first joined. And now they're making money with us. We have our platform and our program is broken up into beginner courses and advanced courses. So there's, if you're new at this and you're a beginner, you start obviously in the beginner courses, but if you're an experienced trader already, you guys can forego the beginner courses and you can go right to the advanced stuff. The trainings that you guys are going to learn from is a simplified version of what I learned, the training that I went through when I worked at the fund in New York. And you guys have to realize when I started working at the fund in New York, I was just right out of college. I didn't have trading experience or Wall Street experience. I didn't really know anything about trading. And, I took a portfolio management course when I was in college. But other than that, I was a finance major with some econ minor courses mixed in with that. I was on the baseball team, et cetera. But I didn't have trading experience really. They taught me everything it is that I know and that I implement in my trading now today. And that's basically the same training that you get when you guys become members of True Trading Group. And I know I talk a big game when I'm up here on these live streams, but guys, I do so out of experience from the members that tell us about their successes. And I do it and I back up the claims that we make with our own money. Like, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when you join True Trading Group, you actually get a double your money back guarantee. There's nobody that's going to give you a double your money back guarantee. There's not a single other group or company out there that will offer you a double your money back guarantee. Go try to find me another company that offers a double your money back guarantee. They don't exist. I can offer you a double your money back guarantee because the refund rate at True Trading Group is less than 2.5%. And we base the refund on your P&L. It's quite simple. Can you make back your membership fee? If you cannot in the first year of your membership, we give you double your money back. That's the deal. You're getting a little pullback now on NVIDIA off of that all-time high of 745. Look at that. You tapped it right to the penny. 746 tap. Now you're back down to 720. as you're getting a little bit of a pullback here now. Is there anything going on here on the no, I'm trying to see if I just got any new updates. Oh, yep, here we go. Okay, we do have some updates here. NVIDIA expects China data center revenue to stay at that level. So they're not expecting growth from China data revenue. They said demand far exceeds supply for their next generation of products. They says new notice of advanced computing process with U.S. regulators has not resulted in approvals to export control chips to China. So that is a comment that's coming through on the conference call. That's a comment coming through on the conference call that just caused about a 20% pullback in the stock. All right, nothing major, but about a 20% pullback in the name. Again, I'll give it to you guys. NVIDIA just said that the notice of advanced computing process with U.S. regulators has not resulted in approvals to begin exporting controlled chips into China. So the lack of data center revenue growth in China looks like that's going to be a continued problem for the company going forward. And that is a big chunk of change, for the company, and a big piece of growth that they are missing out on by not being able to send those chips to China. So that's why you just got about that, 20-point drop right there on NVIDIA. But guys, listen, back to David Velasquez, 20 point or percent, 20 points, brother, not 20%, 20 points. So we went from like 745 to 725, 20 points, not percent. 20% would be, $150 to the downside. That would be a horrific, event for NVIDIA. But no, just 20 points, David. So we went from $745 a share down to $725 a share. Oh, I said percent. Did I say percent? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. And David, my apologies. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize that I said percent. That's my bad. 20 points. Sorry, David. I didn't realize that I said percent. But you guys are, I believe you guys. I believe you all. Could you imagine? Can you imagine if NVIDIA just dropped 20%? I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. That is an error for you, for me on that one. But anyway, as I go back, I want to make sure that those of you that are, I know David, I probably just scared the shit out of you, man. David's like, bro, I'm driving. I just wanted to make sure. David's probably about to pull over on the sideline, like open up his trading account. Like, what? 20%? This is the buying opportunity I was waiting for. No, I'm only kidding. Yeah, 20 points. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, if NVIDIA dropped 20%, I'd open my account right now and I'd start buying some. If it dropped 20%, I'd start buying some. But anyway, those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, listen, I have to do something because we actually just had someone that signed up right at the very beginning of the YouTube live stream. And that person that just signed up during that YouTube live stream signed up under the pricing of yesterday. So we had someone that was talking to actually Luciano, who is one of our sales guys, and he gave this person yesterday's pricing because the person was referring to the live stream that we saw yesterday and said, hey, the price was under $1,000 for the whole year. Can I get that price? Well, Luciano gave him that price. So what that means now that I have to do, because I'm doing the live stream and that's the price that we offered, I have to offer that to everyone that's on this live stream, even though the price of the membership is actually currently higher than that. So everyone that is here on this live stream right now, you can all say thank you, Luciano, while I go and I yell at Luciano after I'm done with this live stream for doing that. So what we're going to do is anyone that's not a member of True Trading Group, you guys are in luck because the 54% discount on the membership that we had going yesterday before NVIDIA's earnings is going to be still valid for you guys here today. So anyone that's not a member of True Trading Group, I would like for you guys to just do me a favor. Seriously, hear me out. Go to ttgoffer.com right now. That's ttgoffer.com. You're going to see that the cost of our membership is right around $2,000 for the year. However, with this coupon code I'm giving you, and you can say thank you, Luciano, it brings the price down to $997 for the entire year. There is no upsell for courses or trade alerts or anything else that you guys see on that page. When you go to ttgoffer.com, everything on that page is included, in your membership. So you guys go to ttgoffer.com and then you must manually enter this coupon code, TTG121. TTG121. Click apply code. The price then will drop down to $9.97. Check out and you're good to go. Okay? Check out and you are good to go. Simple as that. We do have 10 more laptops available that you can thank Adam for. Adam was able to get his hands on 10 more laptops. So the next 10 people that join will also be getting themselves a brand new Windows 11, Microsoft 365 included laptop that we cover the shipping on. We ship anywhere in the world. You guys, we have members in 115 different countries. As long as you live on planet Earth, we'll get you guys that free laptop. It's something you can use to trade with. You can use it for work. You can give it to your kids for school. Hell, sell it on eBay and put the few $100 back in your account. I don't care. It's a free gift for joining True Trading Group. So technically, when you all net it out with the free laptop, you're paying a hell of a lot less than just paying $9.97 for the whole year. Everything on that page is included. And you do get that double your money back guarantee, which means if you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $997 membership fee, if you can't do that at least once during your membership with us, we'll give you back $1,994, double what you're paying to join us. I do that to prove to you how much I believe in this platform that we've created and its ability to help you reach your goals. I know I talk a big game on these streams, but I back it up when we back it up with our own money, and that's how we prove it to you. Our refund rate is less than 2.5%. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,500 reviews, and we have a 78% retention rate. A 78% retention rate. That means 78% of our members renew their membership or they went on to become lifetime members of our community. Guys, do me a favor. Type the number 2 if you are a lifetime member or you've been a member for longer than 1 year. Just go ahead and type the number 2. Again, if you're a lifetime member or you've been a member for longer than 1 year, just go ahead and type the number 2 inside of chat. Those people that are on this stream that are not members, I want you to roll out a hypothetical. I mean, pay attention to how many people you see typing the number 2, but let's roll out a hypothetical. Let's say you join True Trading Group today, February 21st. And let's fast forward to next year. It's 2025. It's February. It's time for your membership to renew. If you did nothing but lose money and learn nothing, would you renew your membership? The answer is, of course, no. I wouldn't expect you to. So then ask yourself, why the hell did all of these people renew their membership then? All these people you see typing the number 2, why did they renew their membership? It goes back to the question I asked before about who's actually making money. It's because our members are making money and they're becoming better traders. That's why 78% of our members stay with us. That's why I'm confident to say if you can't make the $9.97 membership fee back, we'll give you back double your money, $1,994. All I ask is for you to do a couple of things. Actually use the platform that you're subscribing to. You have the whole year. Take your time. Go through our courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group. If you can do those 3 things, again, you don't have to do this all in like 30 days. You have the entire year of your membership to go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend the study group. And if you still can't make back the $9.97 at least once, I'll give you back $1,994. The double your money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. It's real. Go read it. It's right there on the checkout page. You don't have to enter your address to get that free laptop. There's going to be a welcome email after you join. There are instructions in the welcome email how to claim that free laptop. So be on the lookout for that free laptop, or be on the lookout rather for, be on the lookout for the welcome email. Dawn Hayes says, I'm now a full-time trader thanks to TTG. And Dawn's not the only one, guys. I know that, a lot of people, their goal, some people just want to make a little extra money. Some people just want to, improve their long-term portfolio. Other people's dream is to become a full-time trader. And we've had a lot of members that have reached that goal. Members, do me a favor. Type the number 1 if you guys are now full-time traders with True Trading Group. Just type the number 1 if you are a full-time trader as a member now of True Trading Group. If you are a full-time trader, go ahead and type the number 1 inside of chat real quick. Now, obviously, you're going to see less people type the number 1 for this question than you did see the people that are making money, because actually 82% of our members do have full-time jobs and they work over 40 hours a week. Okay, so point being that you guys don't need to be sitting at home in front of your computer all day, every day in order for you to do this. 82% of our members have full-time jobs, but you have a lot of members that are able to do this now full-time. So go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price drops all the way down to $997. You see the laptop, you're getting one. There's 10 of them. They're first come, first serve. Remember, they're free and we ship anywhere in the world. Shipping is on us. All right. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to send us a text message. Yes, Golam says that's exactly what I did. Yes. GMG says, I'm working on becoming full-time. Keep working on it. You'll get there. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Old Timey says, I'm disabled and TGD has made it possible for me to pay my bills. I'm not getting rich, but I'm paying my bills nicely and consistently. I think there are many people that would love to be able to pay their bills with trading profits. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ed became a lifetime member at 72 years old. One of the best times of my life, going out with a bang. Ed, who are you kidding, man? You got a solid 20 years left. Get out of here, Ed. Come on, man. Come on. You're 72. That's not old. It's not old. Hey, Mike, I'm a student and don't have time to research stocks for the next day. How do you do your process? Charles, how do I do my process? Well, I do my process actually in the morning. I don't do my process the day before. Okay. My watch list gets built the morning of. I wake up in the morning. First thing I do before my feet even hit the ground, I take a look. I see what the markets are doing on my phone. I get up. I do what I got to do, have breakfast, work out, whatever. I sit down while I'm eating my breakfast. Right away, CNBC goes on my television. I see what's going on. I check my different news sources, and I start to see what's going on during the day. Was there any news that came out of China or Europe while we were sleeping? And I will go ahead and I will, follow along with all that stuff, and I'll check and see what's going on. What's the news on the day? Then I start to build out my watch list and I circle through my basket of stocks that I always look at, which include all the tech stocks. But then I'll go ahead and I'll take a look at the other individual stocks that actually have news in the day. And depending on what the news is and depending on what the sentiment of the market is, I determine whether I think, hey, do I think the market's going to go up or down today? I determine the sentiment of the market. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? And I start to then identify what stocks are strong, what stocks are weak. And I lay out my buy and sell zones based on support and resistance levels on the chart. And depending on the quality of that setup, my conviction is either high, medium, or low. And that's how I prioritize my watch list that way. Members of True Trading Group get the watch list from the moderators each and every single day before the market opens. They know exactly what stocks we're focused on with detailed entry and exit prices. So members know exactly where the 9 professional traders from True Trading Group, where we're going to be getting into and out of our positions. So guys, they know it's not really a surprise, right? You're always able to follow along with what it is that we're able to be doing, in the morning session. Okay. Guys, also listen, if you have any questions at all about the membership or about True Trading Group, anything, all you have to do is send us a text message to 1-888-306-8783. Again, that is 1-888-306-8783. Okay, again, that is 1-888-306-8783. Oh, man. Sai Sandeep says, it looks like NVIDIA is dropping. Should I sell for profit or hold for longer? Please suggest something, guys. I am terrified. Sai Sandeep, if you are terrified, get out of the position right now. That's not even anything. That's not even anything that's an easy answer. You're terrified, then get out of the position right now. Sai Sandeep, if you are terrified, get out of the position right now. Simple as that. That means you have way too big of a position size because the stock is not dropping. Just because NVIDIA went from 744 to 724, that does not mean the stock is dropping. Okay, now the stock is back to 731. So you're going to say now the stock's going back up? No. If you are terrified in your position, then I highly suggest you get your ass out of that position right now, because that means you're going to make decisions based on fear. You're going to make decisions based on emotion. And the second that you make decisions in the stock market based on emotion, you are dead. Dead. You want a surefire way to lose money in the market? Make decisions based on fear and greed. Dead. It means your position size is too high. If you can't hold NVIDIA when NVIDIA drops $8 a share. $8 a share on NVIDIA is nothing. It's nothing. It's 1%. It's nothing. So you saying you're terrified answers the question. Get out. I don't care if the stock goes up another $100 a share. You're terrified? Get out. Oh, nice. Christelle, I guess, just sent the text message. Luciano. Looks like Christelle just sent a text message to 1-888-306-8783. All right. So there you guys have it. Again, 1-888-306-8783. All right. Again, then go to ttgoffer.com, guys. Use that coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price then drops all the way down to $997. You see a laptop in your checkout cart. That's how you know you're getting one. You don't have to enter your address. Be on the lookout for that welcome email. All right. So you guys have that. All right, folks. All right, let's talk about some other stocks that came out with their earnings. Let's talk about some other stocks that came out with the earnings, guys, and then we can break. Looks like NVIDIA is starting to settle down a little bit. Rivian. Sai Sandeep goes, thanks. I'm going to hold now. Come on. Why are you asking me then, Sai Sandeep? Why are you asking me? Yo, Matthew Brown just signed. Joe, Matthew Brown just joined. Nice. Matthew Brown says they just joined. So welcome to the family, Matthew Brown. And welcome to the family, Matthew Brown. Guys, that means there's 9 laptops left. So welcome, Matthew. Matthew, welcome to the family. 9 of those laptops left. Everybody welcome Matthew. Armand says, I got a question for you, Mike. You own NVIDIA and the company splits their stocks. And of course, that means the stock price will go down. Do your stock shares also go down in value? No, Armand, the way that stock splits work is the price of the stock will go down, but the amount of shares you own will go up. So if a company does a 1-for-4 reverse, if a company does a 1-for-4 forward stock split, then the share price is divided by 4 and your stock position is multiplied by 4. So if you had, let's say you had, 20 shares of NVIDIA, right? If you had 20 shares of NVIDIA, the stock price would go down, but you would now have 80 shares of NVIDIA. So the value of your shares do not change. The value of the company does not change. You understand? So the value of a company is based on the shares outstanding multiplied by the share price. When a company does a forward stock split, the price goes down, but the amount of shares outstanding goes up. So the value of the company does not change. So if NVIDIA, let's say, which is currently $730 a share, if they announced a 4-for-1 stock split, the stock would then go down to $182.50 a share. But if you had 20 shares, you would then have 80 shares. You'd have 80 shares at $182.50 rather than 20 shares at $730. So the value does not change $1. Stays exactly the same. Scott Mercer, where do I go for the begin your training? Scott Mercer, right on the TTG member dashboard. As soon as you join, right on your dashboard, you will find all of the course material. It's on the left-hand side of our dashboard. You'll find every single thing that you could possibly want right there on your member dashboard. And there it is. Joe just pulled it up. There is your member dashboard. You can see on the left-hand side in that little column are all of the courses, all of our tools, all of our resources, the video library, everything that you need is right there on your dashboard. Right? So again, Matthew, welcome to the family. There's 9 of those laptops left. Guys, remember, you have the W money back guarantee. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind, folks, okay? All right, let's get to Rivian. Just a disaster. Stock's down 18%. They beat on revenue, but they missed on earnings per share. They cut their staff by 10%. So laying off 10% of their workforce. Their CEO says they're going to start to feel the impact of changing suppliers in Q1. They're shutting down assembly lines for weeks in Q2. Consumers are behaving more consciously. They're seeing short-term demand headwinds in their forecasts going forward. Not a good earnings report there for Rivian. They did beat on sales, but their guidance was crap. So they earnings per share, $1.36, which is a miss again. They lost $1.36, which is a miss against an analyst expectations of a loss of $1.32. So they had a higher, bigger loss than expected. And their sales did come in, even though they beat on sales, they lost more than expected, which shows a real cost issue. $1.31 billion in sales. That's against $1.26 billion estimate. And in response to that, those costs, the company is cutting their workforce by 10% and citing that there's headwinds coming forward for demand. They don't see as much demand for their vehicles for the rest of the year. Consumers are behaving more consciously, and there's issues there in the future for Rivian. Okay, so just a complete piece of garbage. I really honestly hate every single electric vehicle company, and you guys have known I've been very vocal on that, except Tesla. I hate Rivian. I hate Lucid. I hate Fisker. I hate Workhorse. I hate Ride. I hate Mullen. I hate all of these electric vehicle companies. I really do. I don't like any of them. Tesla's the only one that I own. It's the only one that I really plan on owning, to be quite honest with you. Speaking of such, let's talk about Lucid. $3. Unbelievable. This stock is $3 They beat on earnings per share. They lost 29 cents. That's against analyst expectations of them losing 32 cents. But sales, it's just a huge miss on sales. Okay. 157 million. That's against analyst expectations of 180 million. They delivered 1,700 vehicles. They produced 2,400. They gave guidance of approximately 9,000 vehicles produced in 2024. Stock is down 5%. Oh, yeah, Nikola. I hate Nikola too. I hate them all. I really do. I've been quite vocal about that. That was something else that people called me stupid for. It's funny when, people call me, they don't agree with what I'm saying and they call me stupid, even though I've been doing this for 18 years. My favorite was like during the meme stock mania, like 2021, like when I was telling everybody like, hey, yeah, you should be selling AMC. You should, I don't plan on buying Rivian, this and that. And I had people that literally opened a Robinhood account 16 months ago with a $3,000 balance tell me I'm an idiot, that I don't know what I'm doing. Well, those are the same people that still own shares of Mullen. They still own shares of AMC. They still own Wish. They still own Bed Bath & Beyond. They still own Express. And they somehow managed to lose 97% of their account when the stock market made a new all-time high. So now you tell me who's the idiot. How could you manage to buy all of the biggest pieces of garbage that the stock market has to offer? And you've avoided the greatest companies on planet Earth. But I'm the dumb one. it is what it is. It is what it is. What laptop do we get with this membership, says Sai Sandeep. It is his brand new brand. It's called Free. So it's probably going to be like an Asus, maybe a Lenovo laptop, depends what we got in stock. Listen, Sai-san, it's not a MacBook Pro, brother. It's not a $2,000 gaming laptop. Okay. It's a nice laptop. It's worth a few $100. It's Windows 11. It's got Microsoft 365 on it for the year. You can use it to trade with. It's clean. It's brand new. You can use it for work. You can give it to your kid for school, or you can just sell it on eBay and you can take that money and put it back in your account if you want, right? Like it's not something that you're going to go and you're going to game on, or you're going to, write an AI code on, or, navigate a satellite over, around orbit of Earth. Okay. It's a little added value. It's a little extra incentive and a welcome to the family gift when people join True Trading Group. We have great relationships with wholesalers. We get good discount pricing on bulk orders. And when they have supply and they have stock, we go ahead and we purchase a bunch of them. But it's a nice laptop. But I'm just telling you, it's not a MacBook Pro, right? It's not a $2,000 gaming laptop. But it's a nice laptop, right? And it's totally free. It's totally free. So they are first come, first serve. Remember, as long as you see a laptop in the checkout cart, that's how you know that you're getting one. Okay. So again, any questions, text us 1-888-306-8783. Then we got Etsy. Etsy came out with earnings also, guys. I don't necessarily like Etsy either. 62 cents earnings per share. That's a miss against 78 cents a share. Sales of 842 million. They did beat estimates of 828 million, but they estimated a decline in low single digit range on a year-over-year basis for the next quarter. They gave weak guidance. Stock's down 3.5%, right? Stock's down 3.5% there for Etsy. So those are kind of, the NVIDIA CEO, we got a comment coming through here just now on the conference call. NVIDIA CEO says, cannot keep up with demand in the short term as we ramp up. All right. So that's going to be positive there that should be positive for SMCI too. Just checking in on some of these other semiconductor names and seeing what kind of an impact that we are having there. But so far, NVIDIA not able to clear out that all-time high. We'll have to see. The conference call is still ongoing. We'll have to see if there's anything that gets said before that conference call is finished that takes the stock to a new all-time high. Otherwise, I don't think that you necessarily really break that high tomorrow. It depends on where we open up. I'll go through this with our members tomorrow morning in the pre-market session. We'll see where the stock finishes out after the conference call is finished. Then you'll get a real sense of where the stock's going to be opening tomorrow once a conference call is finished. So we'll see, but that will not be here on YouTube. That'll be live inside the True Trading Group platform with all of our members. All right. So there you guys have it. There you guys have it, folks. That concludes the live stream for us here today. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. And NVIDIA saved the day. Right, the markets were headed for, maybe three red days out of the last 4. Markets were headed for it, and if NVIDIA disappointed, that's exactly what you would have got. You would have got a red day tomorrow, but NVIDIA back to the upside, pulling tech with it, pulling the semiconductors with it, pulling the entire market up with it. You can see the SPY trading up at highs. The Qs up at highs. Thank you, NVIDIA. Our Savior, our Lord and Savior. All right. All right, folks, if you're not interested in the membership, folks, you can sign off the stream. I'm done with the analysis. If you are interested, stick around. I'll show you guys the platform for a quick moment, just so you can see exactly what your $9.97 is going to get you. Because it is an all-inclusive membership when you join us. You don't have to pay extra for courses. or the tools that are included. Here's our chat room. This is where our mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades, answering questions. We're with you for the whole day. We're not gone after an hour and you're left to fend by yourself. We got a mobile app that lets you see the screen share, listen to the audio commentary, and receive the real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit positions. This way you can follow along with what we're doing, even if you're not in front of your computer. You got 2 small private study group sessions to speed up your learning curve also. Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed is included with congressional trading data to track trades by Congress. Just that alone will cost you $1,000 a year if you go to Benzinga. It's included when you join us for the $997. TradingView's premium charting software is also included. The Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform for you guys to use. You got a simulator that lets you practice trading with fake money but real-time data. A proprietary scanner to let you create custom scans. Dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, short data. Very expensive data that you guys, some of you may pay for already. It's included when you join us. You got a trading journal to track your trades for you, a social sentiment scanner to tell you what's being talked about most on social media. Then you've got analyst ratings on any company that you are interested in. Then you've got the watch list every day that the mods publish to tell you what stocks we're focused on with entry and exit points. Then you have the courses. The courses are a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund. Beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, chart psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. You guys get access to it when you guys join TTG. Now, listen, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just by joining True Trading Group, but I will say if you join, go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group, you have the whole year to do it. Take your time, go at your own pace. If you're unable to make enough winning trades to equal that $997 back at least one time during the membership, we'll give you back double, $1,994. The refund policy is right there on the checkout page. It is real. Go read it. It's there for peace of mind. I don't think you need it, considering our refund rate is less than 2.5%. 78% of our members stay with us, and we're 5-star rated on TrustBuy with over 2,500 reviews. So if you have not yet done so, go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code, price drops to $997. You see a laptop in your checkout cart. That's how you know you're getting one. Simple as that. We cover shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. It's totally free. Text us with questions, 1-888-306-8783. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Smash that like button. Show some love. I'll see you.